So we're continuing the battle between Ultra Instinct Goku and Beast Gohan, which is incredible. But also Beast Gohan is taking on Broly and then Vegeta, and then everyone is like fighting everyone. Yeah, I know, pretty crazy chapter. But like I said, we're starting with the Gohan versus Goku stuff, and Beast Gohan is kind of getting the better of Ultra Instinct Goku in the beginning here. And Goku says to him, you know, not bad. There's that intense latent potential you were always packing, except this time you've molded it into something through training. You've changed. But that's the thing, Goku. He actually didn't. He didn't do any training. He kind of just developed this form out of nowhere when he thought that Piccolo may have possibly been killed, maybe by Cell Max, but that's neither here nor there. We don't talk about that stuff. But then after, Goku's like, still, when it comes to training, I don't mess around. And he gets a little more serious, and suddenly he just speed blitzes behind Gohan, kicks him in the back, and then follows up with that classic double axe hand over the head combo that we usually see in Dragon Ball. Then Gohan, coming back from this, just can't hit Goku. It's like the Ultra Instinct has now finally like fully kicked in, and we're seeing it on display here that not even someone like Beast Gohan is able to land a punch on Ultra Instinct Goku. And we know that this is like the crux of the Ultra Instinct form. As Goku says, once it's mastered, the body moves all on its own, which is why he can't land a hit on it. And Gohan's like, yeah, that's pretty impressive, but you haven't witnessed the full extent of my beast mode yet. So Gohan powers up and becomes even stronger. And now he's so fast that it's shocking everyone. And he almost lands a punch on Goku at this point, but is still missing, but getting much closer, to the point of where now Goku actually has to block his blows. But that's not the end, because he's progressively getting faster to where he's grazing him and now actually landing a strike on Ultra Instinct Goku and knocking him into the tree. In fact, even knocking him out of Ultra Instinct. So this is showing us enough. This is how powerful Beast Gohan is. He can just brute force through the Ultra Instinct gimmick, which is pretty incredible. And I think that's kind of the story here. Yes, Goku is pretty ridiculously powerful in his own right and has the Ultra Instinct ability, but on the other hand, Gohan is just stronger. I mean, that's what it comes down to. It's like power and speed over technique, essentially. And Gohan explains this by saying that he boosted his chi just up to the point of where he might snap while still maintaining control. That's the best that he could describe it. And then Goku's like, without snapping. I see, you've put a lot of thought into this. It's like, yeah, really a complex fundamental strategy here. Real Hunter x Hunter-esque. But of course, this is important because we can immediately see that this is going to parallel to Broly, because they've been training with Broly on Beerus's planet, trying to get his own uncontrollable power under control. And that's essentially what Beast Gohan is. He's just like a controlled version of what Broly is, because when Broly goes all powerful, he's just unmitigated speed and power with little to no technique. Then we get some side commentary where Beerus asks Whis if Gohan is in Super Saiyan, and Whis says no, not quite, nor is that a divine technique, such as like a God Ki form or Ultra Instinct or something. And Whis says he would call it a singular talent all on his own, which is pretty interesting. And I guess this is just something that derives from like hybrid people, you know, the way that Gohan is like a human Saiyan hybrid. He's able to just develop his own unique form, and also I guess being the son of Goku helps. Then going back to the fight, Goku notices that Broly is watching intently, and then Goku's like, that's enough. All I really needed to know was if you were strong enough, and I'm pretty impressed. But of course, this is because he wants Gohan to take on Broly, because like we said, Gohan has essentially figured out what they need to do with Broly in order to get him under control. And then Vegeta talking to Goku's like, really? You didn't need to settle your duel? And Goku's like, nah, I wasn't fighting because I wanted to beat him or anything. I'm just happy knowing that he's strong. And I appreciate it. It's like we didn't need a real definitive winner right here between Goku and Gohan. I like that they're keeping the power hierarchy here somewhat ambiguous, because it makes the story more interesting that way. We don't need to know definitively like, oh, Gohan is the strongest, Goku's number 2. I think stories are better when we kind of just don't know for sure. We can kind of just come up with our own conclusions. But anyway, Gohan starts going against Broly, and they both start off in their base forms until Broly asks Gohan to go Beast. And immediately Broly is feeling how strong Beast is. He's like, oh crap. Then he's like, all right, I guess I gotta go Super Saiyan 2. And everybody starts getting worried because, you know, when Broly goes Super Saiyan, he loses control, but not this time. He's finally staying in control. He's not full power, of course. I'm pretty sure the implication here is that he's in like standard Super Saiyan, which is like ridiculously strong regardless for Broly. I don't think he's in like his green-haired legendary form, or whatever the canonical name is. But he doesn't have like whited out pupils. Like he still has his eyes intact, as Goku points out. That means he's still himself. So that's an improvement. Broly seeing what Gohan was able to do with beast form is helping him understand his own power better. And, you know, incrementally throughout this arc, I'm sure we'll get to the point of where Broly can use the green-haired Super Saiyan form and still maintain control. And that's like the real question. You know, it's like, how strong is that compared to Beast Gohan? Because even as just a normal Super Saiyan, or at least I'm assuming it's a normal Super Saiyan, for all we know, when the colored version of this chapter comes out, Broly might have green hair in this sequence, but I'm pretty sure it's just Super Saiyan. It's still strong enough to go against Beast Gohan and not get completely dominated. Like, he is somewhat giving him a competitive fight here, despite getting tossed around like a toy. Then after this, Vegeta gets bored and challenges Gohan himself and says for Broly to fight Trunks and Goten. But Goku's like, you know, don't leave me out. And they all start fighting in this fun little battle royale sequence that ultimately ends with everyone just exhausted. And there's like no real clear definitive victor. It was kind of just a fun moment for the family here as well as the audience. Then afterwards, they all eat a feast that Lemo had made, and they finally acknowledge that Carmine and his minion are here, and that they are in fact from the Red Ribbon Army, which no one really seems to care about, which is understandable. So then Goku takes everyone back to Earth by latching on to Piccolo's ki, you know, with instantaneous movement. And when they come back, Piccolo immediately sees Carmine and he's like, you people need to learn when you're beat. And they're like, no, we're sorry. We learned our lesson. We give up. And they drive away. And as they're driving away, they're like, we give up on world domination. We're kind of just going to focus on pharmaceuticals at this point. And it's like, is that the truth? Because they did record some stuff when they were on Beerus's planet. And I thought that was going to come back into play. So that would be weird if that's just where this story ends. But honestly, I wouldn't really be bothered by it because I don't really care about the Red Ribbon Army, and I think they need to just go away forever, to be honest. Let's move on to like new stuff. But Goku is finally seeing Piccolo in person here for the first time and sensing his orange level of power, I guess you could say, and challenges him to a fight. Then Piccolo's like, no, I need to pick up Pan from school. And Goku's confused at first. He's like, Pan? And then everybody gets upset at him, especially Vegeta. He's like, you're another disgrace. She's your own grandchild. And Goku's like, oh, right, of course she is. And Piccolo's like, yeah, you're coming with us to make up for that. So they go to pick up Pan, and Pan has this cute little moment where she seemingly is meeting Goku for the first time since she's become self-aware as a person, you know, old enough to be aware of it and not be like a baby, you know, because she's like 4 or 5 or something. And it's like, how long was Goku on Beerus's planet? In between the Broly movie and the superhero movie. Then the end of the chapter is this cute little sequence where they're bonding and they ultimately all fly away. And we get a nice little inscription here at the end about Akira Toriyama where it says, we're all deeply saddened by the news of Toriyama Sensei's passing. His work is an inspiration to us all. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family, friends, and all the fans who were touched by his work. So yeah, of course, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, taken way too soon. And in light of that, this almost seems like an ending to the series. But I'm pretty sure it's not, because if you go to the Manga Plus website, it says that the next chapter will be released May 20th. So I guess they're taking a break off due to Toriyama's unfortunate passing. But the series isn't over. It is definitely continuing, as this is for sure the beginning of a new arc. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. And if you liked the video, please give it a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.